Take the string between your index finger and your thumb. Put the flower on top of the thread. Thread is under. Move the thread over the stem. Make a loop with your index finger and your middle finger. A loop. Turn and put the flower inside the loop. That is how you make a knot. Continue the same thing. Thread under, over, loop, We're going to do the Kanchipuram style. It's the same as the basic flower threading method. The only difference is instead of doing it on a single flower, you add the first one to the second flower. So it's the same concept. Thread under, over and under, right? When you do your loop, you add the flower before together with your current flower, and then you pull, right? So keep doing that. Right. So the front looks really bad, but if you flip it over, it actually has a braided effect. For the Tindu method, we need a thick thread. In this case, I've actually folded thread into 2 and then 4. This is supposed to be the length that you want. Okay, and then another ball of thread to do the extra, to string the flowers and your flowers. Okay, before you start, you need to tie these two together. Okay, so that there's a little tail at the back, and this is going to be, the thicker thread is going to be the holding thread. The thinner thread is what we're going to use to wound the flowers. Okay, the first step is the only step that's different. So put the flower on top of the thick thread like that, right? Move it under, okay, so that you've wound it this way. Okay, you take the knot, make a double loop, and then you put it over the flower and the knot. You have to do this twice. The base has to be really strong, so we do this twice. That will be the only knots that you do for the Tindu method. Okay. Okay. Next, take the flower, put it on top. Right, take the string, you go over, align the thicker thread with the flower, you take it over and under, pull it to the side. So you're only threading the flower that you currently put with the thicker thread. Okay, you do the same thing. Take the next one, put it on top, go over this flower. Okay, take the thread, you move it to this flower, under and over. Okay, you have to come back up. Thread it together with the thicker thread. I'm not doing anything, only this flower. Any other flower, it's just a currant flower. the thing will the string will keep twisting on its own, so you can turn it so that it looks round. You don't have to turn it, it will turn on its own. And when you have a good length, it will look very nice. When using actual flowers, you need to use a softer thread, because this thread will actually break the stem of the flower if you pull too tightly. Knitting thread is a good thread to use. Regular sewing thread is too thin, so knitting thread works pretty well. I'm not an expert at this. I learned this by watching her video too, but that video had no instructions, and it took me a while to understand what she was doing, so I decided to make this video with some instructions. Hopefully it's helpful for beginners. So this is what it will look like. When you make enough, you'll actually get something long like this. You have it, and then that's what you can do.